And it was just like those kind of things. So you want to talk about like, who do I idolize? Who do I, who has inspired me? Those two have inspired me the most.
Wow. So what's your favorite cuisine, and like, which one is your favorite to like make for people? To be like this is what I made for you.
Oh man, I don't know if I have a favorite cuisine. I love a little bit of every cuisine out there. I really love Asian influenced ingredients. I did a lot of travel last year. I went to Singapore. I trained a new chef for a company in Singapore. So I loved going to all of the hawker centers where they have the really true, authentic Singaporean food, like chili crab and stuff like that. A few weeks later, after I got back, I went to Hong Kong, and I trained a chef in Hong Kong. So I got a chance to really have some really true good Chinese and Hong Kong food. So then I ended up taking another trip last year, and I went to Italy and France and London, and I went to watch them make a Reggiano Parmigiano. I watched them make prosciutto, and I had all that Italian cuisine from Italy. Then I went to Tokyo a few months ago, and I did an opening there, and I love the food in Tokyo. So I don't know. I just love experiencing different food and different cuisine, and the weirder the better. Like the crazy food. So I'm planning on going to the Philippines in June, and we're gonna go to Manila and Bali. But when we go to Tokyo again, I'm gonna have the dancing squid, and that is like squid that is just alive and dancing around on your plate, and eat it because it's kind of crazy, right? Kind of weird.
Yeah,
So that's what I like to do. But for cooking, as long as I'm making somebody happy and enjoying themselves, that's really what I'm doing.
So, if you were asked to reduce fat and sodium in a dish, how would you do it with still keeping its flavor?
Well, instead of using something like butter or cream, you would use an olive oil and avocado oil or something like that. But one of the best ways to really infuse great flavor is juicing. So if you want to infuse a flavor, you could take carrots and then juice the carrots and then reduce that into a syrup, and then you can infuse that into a sauce or into a risotto or a rice, and that's how you can really influence the flavor. Fresh herbs is where it's at. So come up with a really creative fresh herb, and not use cream and butter. Salt, you don't need salt if you have the right spices and herbs in there. You can use a lot less salt.
Okay, so the last question is, how do you test the quality of the ingredients?
The quality of the ingredients. So we have ingredients in different forms. So we have ingredients that we receive, and then you just have to spot check it. You have to check it out. Are the tomatoes ripe enough? Is the lettuce really fresh and green and not brown? And make sure that when you're getting the products that it is really to your standard and your spec. So that's the first part of inspecting. But the best part is that we do a line check every day. So we're tasting everything every day.
Wow.
We actually have our silver carts, and all the ingredients on there will come out, and we actually check it off. We check the temperature on all of it. We test the temperature on all the ingredients. We taste the potato, taste this, taste that, taste that. So we taste everything that we're about ready to serve before service. And that's going to ensure that we have the right standard, the right flavor, the right texture, the right consistency for everything that we serve. So it's a lot of eating.
I know I said that was the last question, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing to make here that's on the menu? Because we are going to recreate a dish.
I don't know if you're going to be able to recreate this one.
Well, our teacher chef is going to pick it out for us. So
Okay. Our Yorkshire pudding, when it is done right,
Oh, that sounds good.
is off the hook. And I'm going to show you a picture of it when it is done right. And it's on my Instagram, but I will.
You could plug your Instagram.
It is, yeah.
Plug.
So there's a picture of me and Thomas Keller, and me in a picture with other. So this, and I thought you can you expand it?
Yeah.
That came out of the pans that you saw, and this is really like a pancake batter.
That looks so good.
But when you bake it, and you can get it like this, it's amazing. It would be very difficult for you to recreate this, but you certainly could try. But I could give you some pointers and some tips on how you could come pretty close.
Yeah.
So the reason that this is so good, like it puffs up like this, is that we have the pans. They're specialized pans, and they stay in the oven, and they're like 400 degrees. You take them out briefly. You put beef fat in it. Then you put the batter into the hot beef fat, and then you pop it right back in the oven, and then you let it bake. But you have to bake it until it gets like this, and not too early. Don't take it out early because it would be like a souffle and it would fall. But it has to be a little bit crispy on the outside, but it has to be a soft pudding-like texture on the inside, and that's how you get an amazing Yorkshire pudding.
I think we're gonna have to
It's
make an appetizer.
challenging. But also, you know, besides that, the cream corn is my favorite side that we have here.
We've made that in class.
You made that in class? Did you make it like we make it in class?
Well, we have to copy what how you guys. I'm gonna have to get. Well,
Right.
after we figure out what we're making, I'm gonna have to come back and get pointers on that specific dish.
Okay.
Because I really want to make it as similar as possible.
Now, we do another version of this that would work a lot better in the home kitchen. And it's in little thin aluminum baking dishes, little souffle dishes, 5 ounces. And you can do those, and you can do them ahead of time. If you come back, I'll give you the beef fat. I'll give you the seasoning. I'll give you the. Well, you're going to make the batter,
Yeah.
but I can walk you through how to make the batter. But you probably don't have any beef fat laying around,
No.
right? I can give you a little bit of beef fat. You can freeze it. It'll last in the fridge for days, freezer for months. And you have the little tins, and then I'll give you all the ingredients. I can actually give you the recipe. We can scale it down. Now, my recipe is built for 9 gallons. 5, 10, 15, 14 gallons at a time.
Wow.
We'll have to scale that down, or maybe that's a project that you can do. You can scale it down. I think the smallest batch that we have for our slower restaurants might be about a 3 gallon, but you could really knock that down. And it's cheap anyway. It's milk, eggs, flour, salt, baking powder, done. That's it. But it is a process. It takes about an hour to make the batter.
He might want us to make some prime rib, something like that with the seasoning.
You're gonna make prime. So you have the
I don't
budget for
know.
prime rib. That would be amazing. But I can talk you through all those things. So whatever it is that you need, we'll take care of.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so much
you.
for having us and
That's
Yeah,
letting us
thank
get a
you.
tour and everything.
You're
Like
welcome.
Yeah.
I was not expecting this like outcome. I was expecting it to be
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
This is
you.
Amazing.
Welcome.
Okay.
Okay, camera
Thank
off.
you.
Okay.